Hello and welcome everybody, my name is Savage and today we're going to be having a look at Ethereum again. Before we jump into the analysis, I'd just like to say thank you for watching the video. If you're enjoying the content, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed already, and why not turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video. Okay, so let's jump into the tier. So the main thing I'm still looking for here is that we're within this wave 2. There are some potentials for some breaking out here, and we will go over those later on in this video as well. There are a few options. Most of them are corrective, but there is one that is a potential breakout, which we will cover later on in this video. So for the most part, what we're looking at here is the potential that we could have this as an A, B, and a C into the zone. So we're right within this potential rejection zone for a wave 2. We've come up and hit this 0.618, and I wouldn't really want to go much higher than this 786 zone, which is this 1306 area. Basically within this, we would be looking for that potential for that rejection back to the downside and looking to actually target out much lower down for this wave 3 at this 990. So if we jump into the smaller time frame here, or closer up rather, there were two waves that we were looking at this move. So we're looking at this as an A, B, and a C. So we can count this move up in a couple of ways. So this way would actually be looking for us to complete this teal fifth wave, and that would actually mark the end of a move. So within this, what we'd be looking for is the potential that we have. This is a 1, 2, this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And like I said previously, I don't really like this fourth wave being so short, but it is still possible. So we could actually just look at this completed as a third wave into this high. And then we have this as a fourth, and we're looking for push up for this fifth wave. It's behaving correctly at the moment. And within this last move here, we could, if we take this high point onto there and look at this, so we can see the 1.618 is actually up here, and we've come up and we've hit this zone. So that would lead me to believe that we are going to get another fifth wave here. So what that would look like is something like this, where we have this is a 1, 2, this is the 3, looking for this is a fourth and a fifth. So as a fourth wave, we've sort of already come down to the maximum I want to see this travel at this 0.5 area at this 1261. So I wouldn't want to really see us come down much deeper than that, and effectively crossing back below this point here of this 1253 would actually invalidate this fifth wave to the upside. However, should we still play out within this as a fifth wave here, what the target area would be looking to target out this zone up here at potentially this 1286 to this 1280. If I take this from a different point of this previous fourth over here, what we'd be looking for is potentially, we can see there's a bit of overlap here between this 1280 to this, the higher range that I'd want to see this go is this 1294 at a maximum as a fifth wave. So it's possible we could look to move within this little cluster here between this 1280 to this 1286 zone. That could be a potential endpoint should we rally up with an additional fifth wave within this move. So this is just looking at it as a regular 5-wave move. So from here, basically what we'd be looking at is the potential that this is completed as an ABC. And if we do move up into that zone, what we'd then be looking for is that this could actually have, I just want to check the relationships here. So the 1, 2, 3, 6 is this 1293 as well. So that could be a little area that potentially we look to target out. So there's a little bit of a cluster going on up here. It is also possible that we could just have completed this move, but I don't think so. It looks like it wants another leg to the upside here to be a good 5-wave move. So we'll have to just keep tracking this fifth wave. If we're correct here and we're looking as a 5-wave move with this teal fifth wave, what we'd want to start to see then is actually for this move to break down afterwards. What we'd want to see is a move back down past this 1236 zone first off and losing this previous fourth wave, and then having the correct structure in a 5-wave move to look for that third wave to start. If we don't see this, there's another option that we were talking about in the previous video, and that was that we could have an extension within this move. So looking at this move slightly different, we'd be looking at this as a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. All of this would actually be fourth wave for the white count, and what we'd be looking for is actually to have if I just zoom in here. So we'd have this as a fourth wave, then we'd have this potential here as the fifth wave for this fifth wave, and then we could actually look to find support and push up again in one more 5-wave move. So that would be looking for this teal fourth wave move here. So depending exactly where this area is that we look to target out, and if I just pull this back on here again, so that 1286 to that 1280 zone might be an interesting area that we could look to move up to if we progress up as a 5-wave move. And basically, once we complete this 5-wave move, what we'd be looking for is whether we manage to find support in this previous 4th wave zone. So the typical area would be this 1236. I'm going to just check this again and make sure. I come from this low point here, go up into there. So yeah, so this it depends exactly where we land up within this red box at the top here, but we could be looking for a move back down towards this 1248 at a 0.382 retracement, or the 0.5, which would be this 1236. If we do manage to find support there again, it is possible we're looking to push up with this additional 5th wave to the upside. So the important thing here within this structure of talking about a potential extension here is we could still look at this just as an ABC pattern, but like I said, we would be getting quite close to that maximum of that B wave that we'd want to see. The alternative that we could look at within this then is the potential that if I turn this extension off for a second, we were talking about this a while back, and for the possibility we could look at this as an extension within here where we've got a bigger 5-wave move developing. So the typical area we'd want to see target out is this 1316 off of this low, and that would be a 1.618 move of this wave 1. And we haven't obviously got there yet, but if we do have that extension within these waves, and I'm just going to overlay them quickly, it's going to be a bit busy at the top here, but we can see that that potential 5th wave takes us to this 1306 to this 1292 zone. So it is possible we could actually see an additional 3rd wave complete here, or we could actually look to push up higher into this zone here of this 1316, which would confirm this is a 3rd wave move, and it would have the right structure if we do have this additional 4th and 5th wave to the downside here, or to the upside here. So 4th wave down, 5th wave up. So this is something we need to be aware of. There is potential that we could look to even come and break this high point here at this 1352 zone. I think this is slightly off. I just need to move this B wave so I can check it. Okay, no, this is right. So this 1352.72 zone. So that could just all in all be a B, and C rather than a WXY here. We would be looking at an A, a B, and a C if that's the case. In which case, what we would be doing is just basically extending this B wave to the upside here. There's nothing here that's indicating that, at least for the time being, that we have an impulsive structure. This, even if we do come up and take this high point, I'd still be looking at this as a corrective move until we get further information. The only time that if this white 5 wave develops, that we would be looking at progression would be the fact that we would have to have a retracement, and that retracement in this zone, if we did move up, for instance, and take this high point, that would be looking for 50% to a 786 retracement again, and then looking for that continuation. The problem is this structure here doesn't give me a great deal of confidence within looking for an impulsive structure, but it is still possible, so we'd have to just keep an eye on it and see how these things play out. Obviously this is something that we just need to see how we react around these levels. So the most important thing for me right now is to see whether we get this additional 5th wave to the upside here. If we fail to hold this 4th wave zone, we break down, take out this low here. It's possible that we could have completed this here, and we could still be looking for, if I remove this here, and we could still be looking for this additional 4th wave. So only really by breaking down and sort of taking out this high point here. This is actually in the wrong place. This is down here, actually. So only by moving down and taking out this low point here, really, of 1201, would it invalidate this would it invalidate this zone, this additional fourth wave here. So we just have to keep an eye out. If this fourth wave does play out, having a look at this structure here, it should be as a zigzag, so it should be quite deep. So we'd be expecting to target out that 50%, which is the lower range here, which would also line up with this fourth wave. So we just need to give it a bit of time. I do think we've got a little bit of a push up to the push to the upside here. The 1 hour stochastic is low. The 4 hours got room. So it's possible that we could see a little bit of upward momentum come in here, where we look to take a move up into these high points, then break down. What's important from there is how we react. If we start to develop 5-wave moves to the downside, then it's possible that if I just turn these off again, then it's possible that we could actually have completed this wave 2 at this point, and we could be looking to break down. The thing is, what would happen here is what we would then be looking for is to form a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 to the downside, then basically have this as a 1, look for that 3-wave move to the upside again, then start to form bigger impulsive structure to the downside again, and this would be a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and we'd be looking for a bigger 5-wave move to develop down here. Like I said, the target area for this as an impulse would be this 1990, depending exactly where it lands here, and the 1-to-1 of this, just looking at it as a potential zigzag rather, would be towards this 1081 region. So we'd have to just monitor it. Okay, well, I'm going to leave the video there. Hopefully with a bit more time, these moves will sort of reveal which of these options are playing out, but we've got our target areas that we're looking out for and what we think can potentially happen here. So I hope that helps. If you enjoyed the content, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and why not leave us some feedback down in the comment section below. Turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video when we put them out, and I hope everyone has a great weekend. Take care out there, everybody. Keep safe.